A lot has happened today concerning Moises Caicedo. This transfer taking a twist from getting out of hands for the club Liverpool and moving to the club Chelsea. But again, we've got Romeo Lavia to talk about. There is something quite positive about Romeo Lavia. We're definitely going to be talking about the football player Moises Caicedo and if there is still any chance or whether there isn't any chance for the club Liverpool. I'll give it to you straight as it is, and we're definitely going to be talking what transpired, what happened with a late night bid that was definitely put in. There was definitely quite a late night bid that was put in by the club Liverpool that was worth £110 million. In particular, some sources are saying that it was £111 million that the football club Liverpool was willing to pay to the football club Brighton and Hove for Moises Caicedo. And a lot is definitely happening, and we're going to be talking quite a lot about all this. And it's definitely been crazy. It's been quite crazy for the football player and also the club Liverpool plus Moises Caicedo. And now we've got Romeo Lavia to talk about, and we've definitely got the one and only Moises Caicedo, so that we definitely also can talk about Moises Caicedo, what's definitely transpiring. Hello everyone, and thank you for being part of the Liverpool chapter, and please subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss it on whatever I've got to bring to, as long as it's sport and as long as it's Liverpool related. Right about here at the Liverpool chapter with me, your very host Abu Kaus. I'm definitely dedicated to bringing to you the latest straight as it comes in from the camp of Liverpool. As you definitely know that a lot has been happening today. A lot is definitely still happening when we talk about sport and when we talk about the football club Liverpool. Will be remembered that the football player Moises Caicedo has been a long-term football player who's been admired by Jurgen Klopp, and Jurgen Klopp has tried his level best to make sure that he can sign Moises Caicedo, but it did not go as anticipated. And it will be remembered that in the first place, Liverpool tried his level best at first to make sure they can sign him a bit early, but it did not go as Liverpool really needed it. And then they had to settle down. Then the club Chelsea really came in this transfer and got a bid in which was worth £60 million. Then the second bid was worth £70 million, and then the last bid that Chelsea put in was £80 million. And really the club Liverpool had to observe what was going on, and Liverpool took us by storm over the night. And what happened during the night at around 3 a.m. in the night, Liverpool puts in a bid that was worth £120 million, and that was a record bid, English record bid, really £110 million, surpassing the Declan Rice bid that was £105 million. And we definitely thought that that was a deal that was done by all means. We thought Liverpool had got Moises Caicedo, but little did we know that Moises Caicedo did not have those hopes. Really was not the best of moments for the club Liverpool. Moises Caicedo rejected the bid, and he said that Moises Caicedo put it that he didn't have any reason as to why he would have said no to Liverpool, but the reality in the fact is that he had already agreed a move with the club Chelsea, and Chelsea were willing to match the £100 million that was said by Brighton and Hove. So we could see really this taking a twist, and at this moment in time I don't think there is anything that Liverpool can do to get the football player back. Quite sad and absurd. I think it's a big blow for the club Liverpool, as Liverpool is really trying its level best to make sure that it can get a good defensive midfielder, but it did not go as planned for the club Liverpool. And the Moises Caicedo deal, Moises Caicedo is definitely leaving Brighton and Hove, but is not going to be part of the Liverpool squad. I'm sorry about that, as quite a number of fans are really disappointed. They thought it was definitely going to get done, but things have definitely turned this now in the favor of the club Liverpool. Sorry about that, it's definitely not. And at this point in time, but you know, anything can happen still. I can't say anything can happen, and you can never say never, but The fact that the football player is not into a move to the club Liverpool and is really said it, I don't think it's a wise idea even to go after the football player, because he's gone on and said that he's already had an agreement with the club Chelsea. So Chelsea really should go on and complete this deal. So he gives green lights really to the football club Chelsea, and Liverpool fans really have been very and absolutely disappointed. Have been very disappointed about the football player Moises Caicedo and his potential move to the football club Chelsea. So Liverpool, really, that's how Liverpool has definitely missed out on a very good and wonderful football player, or the best, I must say, defensive midfield in the Premier League. But he's not signed already. He's not signed. It's not yet official. He has not yet signed. He's not put pen to paper just as yet. So there could be the slightest of chances that he can still sign for Liverpool. But I really see it becoming a bit tricky and a bit hard. But in the way I know Jurgen Klopp, Klopp is not a football manager who will really go for a football player who's not very much into a club. So it might be a bit complicated and difficult for him to make a move to the club Liverpool at this point in time. And I think Liverpool will definitely start. Liverpool is starting to look elsewhere. And at this moment in time, you'll remember that there's been something that has been between the club Liverpool and the club Chelsea. When you look at the Chelsea deal, it's very similar to the when you look at the Romeo Lavia deal, it's very similar to the Moises Caicedo deal. Liverpool really had a bid before that was worth 45 million pounds for Romeo Lavia, and this bid was definitely rejected. And after it being rejected, Chelsea come in and say they put in a bid of 48 million pounds that was also definitely rejected, with Southampton being clear, saying that they need 50 million pounds. Liverpool has not been very much into the Romeo Lavia deal at this point in time. Liverpool has been concentrating on the football player Moises Caicedo. But with all this that has definitely been going on, Liverpool really realized that going for Moises Caicedo at this time could be a bit tricky. It's better to put the focus on Romeo Lavia because he's still young, 19 years of age, and also very good defensive midfielder. So it could definitely be a better thing to go for Romeo Lavia. And it's not even that it's going for him, but the club Liverpool has always been linked to Romeo Lavia. Is now being putting the concentration on Romeo Lavia rather than Moises Caicedo. And now Liverpool really are putting in a 45 million pound bid, and I think even at this point in time, Liverpool should not even go for 50 million pound, because the fact that Chelsea is closing up on Moises Caicedo, if Chelsea goes on and signs Moises Caicedo, then they will find it to be complicated for the football player. They will find it to be complicated for them to sign Romeo Lavia, because they'll have spent quite a bit of money. They'll have spent 100 million pound plus they cannot really spend an extra 50 million pound. I think the next thing they'll be doing is looking for a football player that is in the region of 20 million pound, and you cannot get Romeo Lavia 20 million pound, and that will definitely leave the football player Romeo Lavia for the club Liverpool. Liverpool will definitely be the sole club that is into this transfer, as Liverpool can definitely stay at 50 million pound, at 45 million pound, and we could definitely be seeing what's going on. But the biggest of possibilities, biggest of chances is that if Liverpool remain at 40 million pound, Liverpool definitely still take the football player Romeo Lavia, because Liverpool will definitely be the club that is left in this transfer, because the club Chelsea will no longer be in this transfer as far as I know, because nowhere we're going to see Chelsea are going for Moises Caicedo at 100 million pound, and it is anticipated that they have to be the game. It's not even anticipated, that's the reality. They have to beat the game. And them knowing that Liverpool was willing to put in 110 million pound, they might have to spend a bit more than 100 million pound, uh, but Romeo Lavia, really, I do not see at any point in time at this moment where the transfers are. I do not see the football club Chelsea really going for Romeo Lavia. So it's going to be sole competition. This is going to be a sole club that is going for him, despite the fact that Chelsea is not in. Arsenal wanted him, but I don't see still Arsenal getting him. Arsenal already is a club that at this moment in time they cannot sign a big number of football players. Financial FFP rules, when they've calculated, when Arsenal has calculated whom they can buy and what amount of money they can buy, Arsenal realizes they cannot spend a lot of money anymore, as already they've spent 208 million pounds. They cannot spend anymore. Liverpool is a club that still can spend quite a bit of money. And for those of you who are questioning, remember the club Arsenal has tried to sign Brentford goalkeeper David Raya, and the fact that they have opted to get him on a loan at £3 million, and yet they could get they could pay more than that, is because FFP rules cannot. They want him on a permanent deal, but FFP rules cannot allow them to spend a very big amount of money, and that's why they have had him on a run. And in relation to what is available for the football player Romeo Lavia, they cannot, and we can't see them really getting Romeo Lavia on a loan deal. No way. I do not see that's definitely happening. Anyway, let us know what you definitely think in the comment section, and do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on what I've got to bring to you, as long as this sports and as long as this Liverpool related, right about here, the Liverpool chapter, with me, your very host Abu Kausas. I'm definitely right about here to bring to the latest trade as it comes in, as we talking about a blow of the football club Liverpool. We definitely know that Moises Caicedo is no longer going to be the football player that Liverpool really is going to be concentrating on, with the fact that the football club Chelsea did put in a bid worth 100 million pound, and yet Liverpool put in 110, but the club Chelsea had already an agreement in place, and that's why it is a big blow. But also the club Southampton is now actually there is a twist. There's a big twist in the football player Romeo Lavia's deal, because the Moises Caicedo's deal affects the Romeo Lavia deal. Let us know what you definitely think in the comment section, and do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on what I've got to bring to you, as long as it's sports and as long as it's Liverpool related, right about here. The Liverpool chapters, we've definitely got quite a bit of information that has been coming in as regarding this. We definitely know everything is going on quite well for Liverpool, putting everything really in order, and not minding quite a lot about the football player Moises Caicedo. If he goes, he goes. That's what Liverpool is really saying. Anyway, let's hope things keep on moving on quite well. Let's hope that Liverpool will definitely do away with the frustration that has been caused by the football player Moises Caicedo, as Liverpool has been trying to make sure that they can get the football player. But it definitely has been a big blow, with definitely seeing how things are moving at this point in time. Is bit, I must say, it's a bit tricky for the football club Liverpool. But again, could be a blessing in disguise. Less money can be spent in this transfer window, and less money spent on a football player, that definitely means you can have a variety, and that's why the football player Romeo Lavia is now the number one target of the football club Liverpool, and Liverpool is looking at signing the football player Romeo Lavia at less than what was anticipated. No £50 million, I think, is going to be given to the football club Southampton. I think the football club Southampton is definitely going to settle for a less amount of money, which is going to be in the region of £45 million, not more than 45. I think it should be 45. Liverpool shouldn't put any more money in that, because this Moises Caicedo is a game changer, because Chelsea is not going to be part of the Romeo Lavia deal. Anyway, let's hope things keep on moving on quite well for the club. Liverpool, and please, let's hope things go on quite well. Over the night, when I went to sleep, I really was like, oh, you know what, the Chelsea's gonna take this football player. But early in the morning, when I woke up, I woke up to news saying that the football club Liverpool is bidding £110 million. And when I had £110 million, I was like, this is a deal that's done. We shouldn't even bother. Chelsea shouldn't bother. £110 million. Chelsea's not gonna put in any amount that even close to that. And we get a twist in the transfer, saying that the football club Liverpool really is not going to have the football player Moises Caicedo. As Moises Caicedo is not very much into a move to the football club Liverpool, as he's already agreed a move to the club Chelsea. So it's been quite upsetting news for Liverpool fans, but never mind. Never mind. Some things just have to happen the way they do. But Liverpool is not short of options when it comes to transfers. I'm very positive that Liverpool